Hello everyone, I'm Caitlin Hanvey, and this is my evidentiary finding number 2 for ALEC 477. So again, I touched on this last time, but the way I make sense of the material that I've learned and how, I connect a meaning to me is really the number one thing is applying it to real life experiences and examples, thinking about opportunities that I've had or work experiences, all of those different life experiences, and then being able to apply the theories or certain information to that has really allowed me to really get a good grasp on the information. So having that schema to apply the information to is very valuable to me. And then also I continue to use resources such as YouTube videos and then going on the internet, looking at graphs and charts and different infographics and being able to make sure that I really have a good idea and a good grasp on the theories that we've covered. The internet allows me to do that very efficiently. The reading that I really connected with the most, that I can see myself utilizing in the future, is The Ways That Women Lead by Judy Rosner. And, basically women describes themselves as transformational leaders, meaning, followers are boosted in their motivation and their morality, and they really connect with that leader. And this is, something that I do think that I'll use in my professional life. As a woman, I hope to, have a professional career where I will be motivating individuals and leading groups. And so this was good information for me. And I really, really, truly connected with the interactive leadership part of that. So those 4 things: encouraging participation, sharing power and information, enhancing self-worth to others, and energizing others, I think are very important. They seem very self-explanatory and very easy to accomplish until we're placed in a situation where we may have to do that. Encouraging participation, it's not always the easiest thing to try to get opinions from everyone. Sometimes it's easier to just do it, but it's, better for followers to take the time to get everyone involved. And then that kind of goes hand in hand with the sharing power and information. The more people that know, the more ideas and input, which can be challenging to manage at times, but generally has good outcomes. Also, enhancing the self-worth of others and energizing others. We want to build up our employees. We want them to feel good about the work that they're doing because that's good for everyone. So, again, this is one that I connect with because I am a woman and because I do, plan to have a professional career. So I think that this is good information to cover. 2 concepts that I'll cover fairly briefly that are important, for leaders to learn and apply. The first one being the socio-analytic theory. That being said, Latham goes on to say people have innate biological needs for acceptance and approval, status, power, and control of resources, and predictability and order. Based on, the hierarchy of needs, we need that acceptance and approval. And this is translated fairly simply into, the need to get along and to get ahead. The need to get along, being based off the 5-factor model, or the 5-factor model, with emotional stability, agreeableness, and conscientiousness being those 3 really strong traits that we see with that. And then also the need to get ahead being based off of extroversion and openness to experience. And I personally connect with this because I am very extroverted, so I do find myself in opportunities that allow me to get ahead compared to, the agreeableness. I have a lower score on that, so, I don't always work to get along. I'd rather work to get the task accomplished, per se. So I really connect with that. And then also, the last theory I'll cover really quickly is the self-esteem theory. That's, one of those 5 needs in Maslow's hierarchy of needs that's really had a lot of research put into it. And the self-esteem idea through there, the idea that individuals will be motivated to perform on a task of job in a manner which is consistent with their self-image. So employees that have a high self-esteem have a higher job performance, which I think is really important to understand. And then from a leader perspective, I think that it's important to understand this and work to apply it because Latham goes on to say that feedback affects how people feel about themselves. And I think that's, as a leader, we need to provide feedback in an efficient and effective way. But, we need to think about how that's maybe framed when, giving that to certain employees. Because we don't want to ruin an employee's self-esteem because that's going to affect their job performance. So, having that knowledge and taking that into consideration when providing feedback is very valuable. So, that's the 2 that I really think are very important to take from these readings. I'm looking forward to continuing through this class and seeing what other theories I find very applicable. So that's all. Thank you for listening.